What up, all you beautiful people? And Crispy.
I feel like I fall in that category.
Yeah, this is the last. By the time you're listening to this, you can tell by his stuff. Crispy is no longer at Super. He is he's left us.
Bittersweet.
But he's gonna do something. He said he's gonna sling a bunch of stuff. So he's gonna. What's the commitment? 500 seats of Super that will be sold.
I registered a deal today.
What? Okay. Well, let's see. We'll find out. We will say. We will see if this happens, and we'll keep a record on this. He is not losing problem POV because he might be leaving Super. But I like you being here, Legolas. It's just such
fun. Yeah, I like being here.
Okay. So let's get into it. We're doing a bit different. We are doing some would you rathers, and we're going to have our secret wizard host that you're never going to see, but has a beautiful voice. He's going to read this to us, and we're going to pick. You must actually be quiet when the buzzer happens, Crispy. I know. So just as a point. Is that good? Okay.
This is sales Christmas wish list themed. If I had a wish list for Christmas, then Crispy staying at Super would be on it, but that's not an option. It's December 2025, and sales reps everywhere are dreaming of what would actually make their jobs easier in the new year. We asked 500 sellers what's on their Christmas wish list, and the answers may shock you. We're putting together Matt versus Crispy in this special segment for Christmas. Round one, would you rather have option A, 20% higher base salary, same commission structure. Option B, better territory with 50% more ideal customer profiles, but same comp.
We have to say at the same time, right?
Go ahead.
Let's do 1, 2, 3, and then say the answer. Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. B.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. B.
Woo!
Yeah.
Only pansies pick A. What are we talking about?
And I was gonna say option B with the caveat of, as long as you don't have a cap on your commission, on your variable. But option B, no brainer. Like there's way more opportunity there versus just a base increase. If you want a base increase in this scenario, you're not a real sales rep. You're not a killer. That's the difference.
Is this why you're leaving Super?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the reality, guys. Is a good sales rep that is confident in the product, that believes in the value, will always want a larger, better pool of people to prospect into, because it will mean better overall compensation. Yeah. If you just want, if in this scenario, if you just want a better, higher base salary, it means you're not confident in what you're selling, which means I don't want you on the team. Yeah. Which is a weird place to be for sales rep, but that's just the hard truth in these options. So if you wouldn't have picked.
I've spoken. Round two, would you rather? Option A, all inbound leads, but you must handle 100% of them yourself, no cherry picking. Or option B, 0 inbound leads, but you get unlimited prospecting budget, tools, lists, events. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
B.
A.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Since Matt didn't answer on 3, go first, Matt. Why option A?
Option A. If I had inbound leads are by definition a higher CAC. Why would I, like, an unlimited budget? Just doesn't make sense. Like, why would I pay money when I could have free leads and work them and lead them? That means they're gonna have a higher close rate. I can handle all myself. I can focus all my time on the management and execution of, like, giving a buyer experience. Versus trying to get prospecting, engineering, like hiring people. It's just if you can do inbound, you do inbound. You only don't do inbound if you can't get inbound to work. So yes, I would do option A, 100% all the time, every day.
I heard you're lazy. All right, option B. Crispy, why'd you pick B?
Yeah, I actually prefer the grind of going and like hunting and killing stuff, and I think that by doing so, you have more control over your destiny instead of like relying upon inbound leads. I think inbound leads, there's some question over quality sometimes, depending upon like what the flow looks like. Getting your business to a point where you have a really strong, highly qualified inbound lead flow takes quite a bit of effort to happen. And what's more in control is if you have unlimited prospecting budget to go and use all the right data sources, Clay, ZoomInfo, whatever it is, to go and choose the people you want to reach out to and convert them. Like that's much more my speed.
I like both answers. I award the point to Crispy. Round 3. Would you rather? Wait, I got to gong myself here. All right. Round 3. Would you rather? Option A, a manager who coaches you one-on-one for 2 hours per week, but micromanages everything. I don't understand how this is a good option. Or option B, manager who leaves you completely alone, but provides zero coaching, feedback, context, any of that. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
B. Yeah.
Y'all got to get more in sync, but go ahead. Crispy, you first this time.
Yeah. So two reasons. One is you should be hiring reps that don't need to be managed constantly. Like 2 hours per week of one-on-one coaching is quite a lot. And you can also have systems do your enablement and coaching inside their flow of work, like Supered, boom, plug. Yeah, and ultimately, sales reps don't want to spend valuable time away from prospecting and away from closing deals, and time 2 hours per week is a lot of time going and doing that. So total autonomy for a sales rep is like the dream lifestyle. That's why I also chose the commission over the higher base, because that's total autonomy.
Matt?
I think this is a individual by individual change. I think the biggest thing is all time is money for reps, and they must spend all that time prospecting or deal management and getting better. And the biggest differentiator I've seen against a rep or a good rep or a bad rep is whether or not they can self-educate themselves into the role. And total autonomy gives you the ability to self-educate, define your own schedule, and execute and kill and land deals, which is ultimately what you do. Micromanagement for a sales rep means you don't want to ever work there. So I would never work in option A ever.
Yeah.
Bit of context before we move on, because y'all answered that pretty quick. Both of you are founders and have led sales teams before. Is there a scenario where option A is better? For example, a first time or incredibly junior sales rep. Is that something that would show personality deficiencies or a lack of motivation for them coming in wanting more hands-on one-on-one stuff? Or do you think option B is always the right choice?
I think
Option B is always the right choice. Like have an opinion, Crispy. You're married to it. No nuance.
Well, no, I think Rob proves a good point, which is if I'm a newer sales rep wanting to learn from like Caleb King on our team as an example, and learn how Caleb does his.
You still don't do one-on-one coaching. Just shadow some calls. Like this is my point. Like is total autonomy is like we have a platform that records every one of Caleb King's calls. Go watch it. Go put it on a playlist, sleep to it at night, and get better. I will always, and we have Super that will just tell you what to do next. I don't want somebody that's constantly asking me, what should I do next? I want someone who is self-initiating, self-starting, and execution. That's why total autonomy will just always be the preferred method. Will some people fail? Yeah, I'm not worried about solving for the people who are going to fail. I'm worried about identifying the next best rep on the team. And giving them the baseline to execute. That's why Super is so important.
As a caveat here, I think option A, if it had been stripped down and said, this is in person, so it's not one-on-one coaching, it's just access to people directly in an in-office scenario, may be it, but that would void the question. Moving on. Round number 4, would you rather? Option A, perfect CRM data. Every field populated, 100% accurate real-time updates. Or option B, no CRM required at all. Sell however you want. Company, not a lot of visibility. On 3, and I'll say it with you. 3, 2, 1.
A. Yeah, certainly.
Tell us why option B is such a bad idea.
I've been the founder at a company and it's hard to keep a CRM up to date. And every single time I kept my CRM up to date, even when I'm a one-man sales team, it's always bit me in the butt. I'm missing something. You must have a CRM that's, even if I'm managing projects, it's the idea of having a management system that says, I have this thing due for this person. I've contacted this person this often. Here's what has been sent. Give me the context. Like that just has to happen to give good experiences to people. And that's what CRM is at its most basic. So the no CRM required means I'm not going to give them a good experience and something will fall through the cracks, and thus it's not a real option.
I agree. Yeah, and I think that falls in the category for me of like data-driven decisions of here is when I should reach out to this person next based upon the context that I know from when I reach out to them last. Keeping yourself organized generally, like yeah, that's the best sales reps choose perfect CRM over no CRM. Like I've yet to ever meet a sales rep that has been high performing with no CRM.
Only bad CRM. I mean, I say this now, and you can fight me. Only bad reps don't want a CRM because they're scared of what it's going to show.
I agree. I totally agree.
CRM could also stand for context-rich memory. So you could think of your CRM as serving as an external memory brain for you, Matt. Option 5, would you rather? Option A, 10 dream accounts, perfect ICP, huge budget, no one paying, but 12 to 18 month sales cycle. Option B, 100 mid-market accounts, decent fit, some budget, 30 to 60 day sales cycles. 3, 2, 1.
B. Yeah.
Ooh. Matt, you're up.
I just like selling to mid-market more. I think the reality is there are software that just does, especially in the public arena, like government, that does a few big giant accounts, and they spend 18 months to 24 months before they even get their first deal. I just don't like working there. Like, I like to get momentum. I like to make a few wins. I would 100% every single time prefer 100 mid-market accounts because I just like to get some wins under the belt. And that's what I like doing. So yes, I would do it that way. Some people do it different.
I think momentum is real with sales reps as you close deals or don't close deals. Honestly, I think momentum is a driving factor in performance. And I remember when I was selling in the enterprise sector, do you know where most enterprise deals end up dying? Is in the contract and legal phase, which takes fucking forever to get to. And so selling to enterprise blows. Not a fan of it. It's terrible. It's long. You have so much fucking red tape and stupid stuff that you have to deal with. So mid-market all day, much quicker sales cycles, a lot more fun, to be honest. You have to deal with less decision makers, less red tape, and it's just generally quicker speed to money, honestly, with a rep.
Great job. That has been our sales Christmas wish list segment. And now I'll kick it back over to Crispy for debate 5.
Awesome. So November 2025, research from Sales Hackers shows 73% of objections in deals stem from inadequate discovery, not buyer concerns that emerge later. Traditional sales training dedicates 40% of curriculum to overcoming objections, but Gong data reveals that deals requiring heavy objection handling close at 34% versus deals with minimal objections at 81%. It's a big difference. Should reps learn to handle objections better or prevent them entirely through better qualification?
I think when we use the word demo, I think people think demo means showing a product. And I don't agree that a demo is showing the product. Often a demo is showing the problem you solve for and from the frame in which you do it. And I've been on demos. I've been on like qualification calls where I ask no discovery questions because I knew the person and the pain that I knew I was about to talk about. I just knew their pain better than they did. Need to qualify it. I just needed to talk about the pain, do a demo of how I was solving the pain, and then let them emote afterwards. And then my level of emoting at that point would show me discovery questions. So that often gets rid of telling the right story. Often gets rid of more objections. And if you have the wrong narrative in there, and then if they're in the wrong narrative, they will have more objections because they don't understand what they're fixing, why they're fixing it, and how it's going to solve them value. I find story, not qualification, is better at preventing objections than objection handling by asking questions itself, or like getting better discovery. So better storytelling, not better discovery.
Okay. Yeah, I'm confused on which perspective because it sounds like a little bit of both.
I have a document in my face as perspectives, and I just don't agree with either one of them. Is like storytelling is the most important aspect. Getting people in the right frame of mind is the most. Like, you buy a hot dog at a ball game, it costs $10, $15, and you buy a hot dog at a grocery store, it costs 50 cents. Like, people need to know where they're at, why they're buying, what they're buying for, and you need to get them in the ballpark. Storytelling is the most important part.
Yeah, I understand, and my perspective and opinion on this is, this seems like it's one of two options. Option one is I get ahead of all objections by combating those in discovery. That way no one can throw it in my face later in the sales cycle. Or I should be prepared to speak to the objections later on if I don't ask those questions. I think the perfect balance is a mix of both, which is healthy discovery so that you understand medpic, spice, bant, whatever it is that you're using to qualify people. And you should always be prepared to handle objections, because objections might not fall into those specific categories of discovery. Objections could be things that you don't know about in the technical realm or security or privacy or whatever it is. And so if you want to be a really good sales rep and have a really high close rate and understand deeply what the customer needs, you need to be prepared to do both, which is good discovery and be prepared to handle objections actively in real time. Like the best sales reps can do both of those simultaneously. So I think objection handling is critical for good sales reps.
Well done. We're on to debate 6. Matt, this is for you.
I just read the topic.
Merry Christmas, Crispy.
Oh gosh. Debate 6. Leaving a startup before it takes off is the smartest career move. A viral Twitter thread in late 2025 from former Stripe employee 247 sparked debate. They left after 18 months pre-IPO for a 40% salary bump, missing out on $2 million plus in equity. Comments split between "you can't predict the future" and "loyalty pays." With 90% of startups failing and equity often worthless, is staying for the upside rational or just gambling? Crispy, pass over to you.
Oh, fuck. I guess I could. My choice is only. I can only choose one of these. This is the right answer.
No pressure, buddy.
Oh shit. Oh man. Leave early. Secure the bag. Fuck these people.
All right, let's give it fair. Everybody, Crispy ain't leading for a bag. He's creating he's going for another company. So let's do this.
Oh shit. I'll answer this in a a real way, which is I believe so much in Super that I'm gonna go build a business around it, which is very different than like leaving a startup because you don't believe in the mission. I believe in it so much that I know I can create an entire business model around it and go to the moon with it. And so that's how I will add as much value to the business as possible. The equity piece and the average startups and how they go to market and how they scale and the rocket ship growth, stuff like that. Yes, I've always been someone that's been very entrepreneurial, and I'm going to lean into that. And I believe so much in Super that I'm going to build a business around it. Not HubSpot, but Super.
Dumb.
Yeah.
I think that I just enjoy working at startups, and I think the majority of learning occurs in going from 0 to 1. Famous book by Peter Thiel is 0 to 1, and understand how to be a value creator versus a value maintainer. I think learning in the value creation is only learned in startups, and there's a lot of upside. I don't think you stay because of the upside. And so if you're staying just for upside, and this is a conversation between making a bunch of money or making generational wealth type money, I think that's the wrong conversation. The conversation is, where do you like working? Do you like working and creating value? Do you like moving fast? And I just prefer being a startup. So I would never tell someone to stay in a startup so you can make more money. I would say being a startup because you like being in a startup. Yes. Be in a corporate location if you like and need. You don't want to have to work all day, and you don't want to have burdens, and you in a stage maybe there's a stage of life where you just want to carry less.
Yeah.
So it's never a money, and as soon as it's a money issue, you're already making the wrong decision for the wrong reasons, and you will not be happy in either place.
I agree. one of the I have a story on this actually. I was talking to one of my friends recently who just finished his MBA, and he was like, "Oh, I just finished," and I was like, "Congratulations on achieving nothing." It's like an MBA is like such fucking. You know how many dumbasses I've met with MBAs? Like, if anyone out there's an MBA, congratulations. But I guarantee you, 6 months in a startup will teach you more about business than what an MBA will, guaranteed. And that's the value of working in early stages. You learn so many different things in so many different areas that are transferable to a different, like to your career path generally. So valuable. Again, not the money, but the experience of knowing how to do things, intangible.
Love it.
Cool. All right.
That is all the time we have for today, but I will let our two gracious hosts close us out.
Is William frozen again? Oh, there you go. It's back. Oh, wait.
I'm here.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm here. I would say I'm here. You're looking at me weird, but I don't look weird. I don't think. If I was leaving with something, these are for sales reps or in general, is no matter where you are or what you're doing, if you don't believe in the product you're building, you're selling, or you're serving, you will be bad at your job. And so that right now doesn't mean go leave the place you're at. It just means get really good and understand the product. And once you have that belief in what you're doing, you will start to think this way. And that way is, if I don't serve this person, if I don't help this person buy this product, if I don't help save this person from churning, if I don't build the product in this way, then I am not respecting them. And you must get to a point where you feel like you're proclaiming a good news to people. And if you don't get to that point, your job will feel hard. You'll be unhappy. You'll complain. And I'm going to say it as lovingly as I can. It's a you problem.
Great place to end the episode for today, gentlemen. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you next time on Pardon the POV.
Everybody, love y'all.